Yo, we are recording. Okay, what's up, guys? Um, we'll be checking out a video by a channel by the name of The New Pill. The New Pill, man. We'll leave a link in the description to the original video. Check out the original, check out the channel, show some love over there. Um, this video is Sam Hyde and his son get fact checked by IG models and dolls. Sam Hyde and his son, man. Um, of course, I don't know if Sam has kids. He probably does. I don't know about his personal life like that, but that's a very interesting title, man. Sam Hyde and his son getting fact checked by IG models. I don't know why this is happening to him and his son, but that's just probably um it's probably something different, man. We learn from the video. Slash don't be yourself from the Sam Hyde podcast, man. Let's check out this video. Uh-huh. And let's see what let's see them get checked, man. It's hilarious getting checked like by G models and dolls, man. Um, let's go.
Who is who is that? She's like 14. So I'm 7.
Brought to you by.
We can and have to save Diablo Canyon.
That's the James Charles makeup tutorial version of science. It makes me feel even worse about myself after having these feelings. Get your hormones checked. Yeah! Don't accept who you are. Oh, he's better than me? He's getting more than me? You know that you're behaving like a bug. I need to submit to my flaws that I have no willpower to change. Hey, I guess that's my life now.
It is what it is.
I get happy when I see people doing bad. All right, let's see Egirl, Nuclear Energy Queen.
Wait, first someone on OkCupid liked me.
Really?
Yeah.
California's last nuclear power plant. For 35 years, it has created clean electricity for 3 million people. So why the hell should you care about any of this? Well, climate change is here. You have learned from my makeup tutorial that it's not a look without the mascara, and that when nuclear plants are shut down, they're replaced by fossil fuels. We can and have to save Diablo Canyon.
Why is it called Diablo Canyon? Why does everything in California have a satanic bent to it? I will change my behavior whatever way she's.
Yo, is that really his son? Let me know, man. Let me know, man. Because his kid is pretty. That's a fucking full grown adult, man. So, yeah, shout out to Sam, man, if that's really your kid, man. Yeah.
Why is it called Diablo Canyon? Why does everything in California have a satanic bent to it? I will change my behavior whatever way she's recommending if I can get something out of it.
Yeah, fracking or methane.
Okay. Imagine having 50,000 people hanging off your every word because of your face. That's the James Charles makeup tutorial version of science. I remember when An Inconvenient Truth came out and they said the whole planet was going to be underwater by 2020. Everything's going to be gone in 2020. People have been saying the same shit for 40 years and I've yet to see. I haven't seen it. That's all there is.
It's probably true, just not that true. I don't know. Fracking just sounds probably like it's bad.
Because the word fracking sounds bad.
No, dude.
They called it
Squishing.
If they calls it
Mr. Pemberton's Curiosity Mill.
that's what they should have called it. Yeah, then you'd be like, "Oh, this sounds dope."
It's probably gonna save the planet.
Yeah.
There's too many logistics surrounding oil.
Yeah. It's just that I've heard over and over again for 40 years, okay, as long as I've been alive, and then some. The sky is falling, and it seems more plausible to me.
Dude, how old is Sam, dude? How old is Sam, man? Because it's hard for Sam to age in my mind. Because I've seen the MDE stuff. That was my introduction to Sam. So this older Sam is very new to me. And in my mind, it's hard for me to age him up, man. From the MDE stuff and all that, It's just weird seeing him at like 40 and above. It's weird. It's trippy. you know. But something very wholesome about it too, man. You know, just an older, grown up Sam. He's a bit toned down, you know, compared to his earlier stuff. Maybe it's because this is a podcast, and yeah, podcast you can just chill and be you. You don't have to, you know, to turn it on basically. But he's still a very intriguing individual, man. Even when he's in this kind of environment, man. But how old is Sam, man? Because if he's 40 and above, then I can see how that guy is his son. That's really his son, bro. You know, it's it's just hard for me to picture him as a grown ass man, 40 plus, with a kid. This kid looks like he's in his 20s, man. You know, it's just weird. That image is very it's very weird and odd because of the stuff that I've seen him do. And but I love it, man. I love it.
Years, okay, as long as I've been alive, and then some. The sky is falling, and it seems more plausible to me that this as long as I've been alive.
Why is it? Fuck me. Why is it?
And then
acting like
some.
this?
The sky is falling, and it seems more plausible to me that this made up so that they can put a carbon tax on everything, keep you home, keep you from riding your big rig, as you should be allowed to do, and making it justifiable for the power company to charge whatever they want. I mean, I think it's just another one of these things where it's seems more likely to me that it's regulations put in place to benefit big business and to with your friendly neighborhood local power company. I tried starting a power company.
Seriously, though.
Well, we should stalk her. All right, let's go to Now This, Bill Nye. Science is on the ballot. Bill Nye is an accomplished researcher who has discovered many important things.
He's discovered many elements.
Yeah, he's discovered a lot of elements.
Greetings, Bill Nye here. This year, science is on the ballot. The world's climate is changing. Although we call it global climate
I heard
change,
that
it is
40
affecting
years
me.
ago.
The
Whoa!
moose get
I wasn't
attacked by
ready for
the
that.
ticks.
Whoa! Whoa!
So both of these
So we have a smart song.
climate change and
We have a song that lets you know that you're
science
watching something
problems.
smart.
This year's science
I'm naked.
I'm naked.
I'm like naked. This is my ballot. Just got it.
First of all, when your ballot comes, you're supposed to read the instructions.
I like how all these please vote things are like, you can tell they mean for a certain person, you know what I'm saying?
Well, what type of person do you think has the needs to see an informational video telling you to follow the instructions? You have to put it in the envelope. Not to put it in the envelope? They're totally out to lunch, so much so that they need a naked celebrity to tell them to put your ballot in an envelope. And yet these people, we think they should be making a choice like this. I don't agree with that. How kids can help the vote? I don't want to even look at that.
Is there
What
anything
a world.
is there anything not political in here?
What a world. Anytime you see something, if you see something crazy popping off in IRL like that, you gotta move away quickly. You can't stand around with your phone, because these street situations, they turn into street situations real fast. Especially when there's a moving vehicle involved. See something like that, walk away. Grab your loved one that you're with, your friend. We have to go. We have to take 100 steps back.
Top Queeby moments.
Top Queeby.
Are you cheating on me?
I have a sex doll.
You what?
Now that's a Queeby moment, baby.
We're gonna be the best feminists that were ever feminists! We're all sex dolls until we topple the patriarchy.
Woo! Yeah.
He's like 14. So, I'm 7.
Turn
What?
it off, turn it off, turn it off.
Brought to you by. Oh, it says right here. It was written by David McIntosh, who's Irish. Silly me.
That was a dark.
The type of people that work in like marketing, who are not on the creative side, who like didn't make this show, but they're cutting the trailer for it and promoting it and whatnot. And they're the ones who choose the music and do the editing of the trailer. The trailer obviously is not going to be edited by Dan Harmon. I'd be surprised if he even saw the trailer. He's
that
14.
was the punchline.
Well, I'm 7. That was some like that decision to highlight that. This is your trailer. We're showing this to the world. We got to drive subscribers. We got to get out there with a banging trailer. We got to hit them, make them buy, make these suckers buy. Okay, that's what they're thinking. They want to put the power behind the trailer. That's what you think when you're making a trailer. And that decision to highlight that, and then that's like the funny part. That was made by probably some female working at an agency, like a creative agency.
So she edited it with DaVinci Resolve.
Yeah, that is just awesome. Almost $2 billion too.
To make
that's a lot of money. I remember playing Diablo 2. There was one time there was some guy that was higher level and he gave me a bunch of gear, and I was like, oh my god, this is insanity. Thank you so much, man. And then year later, I returned the favor to somebody else. And he was like, oh my god, I can't believe this rare gear you're giving me, man. I was like, it's nothing. Don't worry about it.
6, 7.
Is that a male voice?
Yeah, she's with a guy.
All right, I'm not interested anymore. Letters from the public. Hey man, recently it's been feeling like I've become a person who no one really wants to be around. Whether it be because I'm a boring or just being negative all the time. I spend most of my time at home or with my girlfriend either watching movies or playing video games. I try to get outside as much as I can, but it's minimal at best. Another disgusting thing that's been going on is I only get enjoyment or pleasure out of seeing other people doing just as bad as I am. It makes me feel even worse about myself after having these feelings. I would say get your testosterone, get your hormones checked. I would say get your hormones checked. See if you have low testosterone, and if you do, start taking steps to correct that, because this sounds like a low test kind of situation. Feeling good when you see other people doing bad is very bad. That's very not healthy. It's gonna do damage to you.
I'd say it's pretty normal even.
It's pretty normal?
Yeah.
As in,
like
most
a lot of
people
people
are like
do
that? Oh yeah.
So, it's almost like a form of jealousy, in a way.
Yeah, most people are like that, and that's why working in an office or working anywhere where you can't get away from people is so usually so torturous, is because the little battles that people engage in their 9-to-5 day-to-day life of Scott said this via email, he sent an email to that. Oh well, that's the entirety of your social life if you work in an office. And even if you're not, even if you're neat and you have a regular group of friends and you meet up and you have pothead parties where you smoke weed or whatever. What do they call that?
A kickback?
A kickback? People want to see other people miserable. Don't accept who you are. That's my advice to pretty much anyone. You know, all this stuff about you have to accept who you are. You have to accept who you are. No. Never accept who you are. You're a son of a tailor at this point. You need to custom tailor yourself and turn yourself into a Peter Mark Jacobs type guy. I need to submit to my flaws that I have no willpower to change. That's me. Hey, I guess that's my life now.
It is what it is.
I get happy when I see people doing bad. That's me. Old Schadenfreude.
That's not like an ingrained personality trait. That's like an emotional issue. I think it's common because people don't want to work hard.
You just have to train. You just have to train yourself. Anytime you have a thought like this, I have to do this. Occasionally, I'll have a thought where I'm like, "Oh, he's better than me. He's getting more than me." Anytime I even start down that path, I say to myself, whatever you have to say to yourself to stop. I'm not going to tell you what I say to myself. That's private. The answer for a lot of people, I think you don't overcomplicate it. Just think, what would 1950s guy do? And then do that. Like 1950s guy would look at, have a picture of John Wayne printed out, and he would be like, do my actions right now constitute the heroism and manliness of John Wayne? Boy golly, they don't. I better change it. Like, just start thinking like that. If you wanted to be masculine, if you wanted to have good qualities, who is there to look up to? Who is there that you can print out a picture of and be like, oh, I want to be like him? Besides myself, yeah, and the bank CEO and us, and Julian. You would have printed out a picture.
The bank CEO guy is very funny, man. I've seen some clips of him, man. He's an outrageous, just a ridiculous individual, you know. That kind of energy, man. I would say it's very, like, there's a lot of testosterone in that guy, man. Check out the bank CEO if you haven't seen him, man. Seen some clips of him on a few podcasts here and there, and yo, dude is like ODing on testosterone, man. You know, he's probably in his 60s, but you know, his energy is just through the roof, man. Eccentric as fuck. Yeah, he's just he's interesting. He's interesting. Advice, you know, we're getting some advice from Sam here. He gives advice in a very chill, laid back way, but if you actually pay attention to what he's saying, he's actually dropping gems, I feel like, you know. And his son is also dropping some great points too, man, like about the whole finding joy in other people's shortcomings or in other people's failures. It's a negative thing, but it's also very common. It's almost human nature in a way. You know, there's a feeling you get when you see someone else not doing better than you, you know. And it's something you have to train yourself out of, man. It's very naturally occurring, I feel like. And you have to recognize it and correct it. If you don't, then it just naturally occurs. You know, it's a very normal thing. And you have to correct it. You have to deliberately correct that shit, man. You know. But I think a lot of it stems from just sitting around and not doing something yourself. Because if you don't have anything going on, then you're spectating. You're basically just spectating through life, and you're seeing people do stuff or people not do stuff, and you'll always feel better than the people who are not actually doing stuff. But the people who are actually doing stuff will always feel better than you, and you'll naturally hate them if you're not doing something to actually better yourself. So just occupy yourself with self-betterment, you know. Just keep doing you, keep trying to better yourself, work on you, and you won't find yourself. You'll be almost too distracted to celebrate the failures and shortcomings of others, man. Because, you know, it's almost like you won't relate to that feeling, you know. You won't be able to, you're not spectating anymore. You know, if you're spectating, you're just reacting, and yeah, if people are doing better than you, you'll always feel lesser than them, and you feel like shit, and you'll end up hating them. So yeah, focus on self-betterment, man. Just focus on building yourself up, accomplishing shit. Yeah, basically that's it. I think that's the solution to that, man. The son made a great point by saying it stems from people not working hard enough, you know. If you have something that you're focused on, that is occupying your mind, occupying your time, and has your complete attention, man, then you don't have time to be like, oh, so and so is better than me, you know, which is a very natural thing. So deliberately change that, man. I might be wrong about this, so give your 2 cents if you want to. I'm down to hear what you have to say. Also, I love this set, man. I love this set. You know, I've thought about doing something different with my background, and yeah, I will eventually. I'll get something done, but I'm not in a hurry, man. I'm not in a hurry to do that. I like their set. I like how laid back it is. Let's continue, man.
That you can print out a picture of and be like, oh, I want to be like him. Besides myself, yeah, and the bank CEO and us, and Julian. You would have printed out a picture of Bruce Lee or Hulk Hogan or something, and obviously these are like physical role models, and you should. You know, I've got a 10-foot tall poster of Ron Paul over there. Okay, so it's not a physical idol of mine, but it's a person that I aspire to be like. I want to be more like Ron Paul. Okay, I have apple in my mouth for the last 10 minutes. You know that you're behaving like a bug. You're better than that. Be better than that. That's another thing. Most people need to totally destroy their social circle and get out of there. Throw a metaphorical pipe bomb in the situation. You know,
I've had friend groups I've had to like abandon completely.
Force the situation. Try to fuck everyone's sister.
That's one way to close, man. Fuck someone's sister, I guess. Um, yeah, man. I love the format of these videos. They usually start with you know, it's probably the format of the podcast, but this guy just, the new pale, manages to just grab a clip and just format it in the same way the podcast goes, I guess. A few random topics to begin with, and then this is the second video that I've seen from this channel, so it seems to be like, you know, first half of the video, random topics, and then they get into the advice stuff, which is awesome, man. Awesome, man. Must be cool having Sam Hyde as a dad, man. Someone who has a realistic idea of the world, man. You know, that I feel like in my generation, I feel like we grew up just being told you can be anything you want to be, blah blah blah, all that. You know, we grew up just that being hammered into our heads. You can be anything you want to be, blah blah blah. Just being filled with hope and aspirations and big dreams and stuff. Like, I feel like that should be toned down a little bit. Advice should be a little bit more realistic. Tell people that, hey, not everyone is supposed to be a fucking surgeon, bro. You know, get realistic about shit. You know, do what you need to do to survive, man. Do what you need to do. You need to do to survive and have a good life. Yeah, yeah. Sam Hyde as a dad is still fucking with me. It's still fucking with my mind. You know? I think that's actually his son, man. That's actually his son, man. It's interesting to see Sam as that. I like it. I like seeing Sam in that light, in that role, you know. That role, and he's done a pretty good job with the kid there. They seem to get along. The relationship is it seems to be very buddy-ish, you know. Yeah, that's all I have to say. For that, I fucking love this video. Yeah. Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. I love it. Like, subscribe, share. We'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.